Welcome to another episode on Hooked on Sydney. So I've had a lot of requests from you guys recently. A lot of people have been asking about soft plastics and about offshore fishing for kings and how to put it all together to get themselves onto some kings. So in today's episode we're going to have a look at soft plastics specifically and live baiting. We're going to have a look at how to get them on the line, what's the best soft plastic to use, and what's the rig we should be using to get them on so that we get to bring them in the boat and they don't bust us off. To make this all happen, I took a day off, I grabbed my gear, headed out offshore to some of the offshore reefy patches out by Sydney, and here's how it went down. Alright, so the setup is there's 40-pound braid, 80-pound leader, and we're using just a little flick bait with a half-ounce head. Alright, it's important to watch the sounder because these guys are sitting right off the bottom. Alright, so you just watch the sounder real carefully, and when you know you're close to the bottom, that's when you make your move, and you give it a bit of action, and that's what brings them on. So I'm giving it time, allowing it to get right down there because they're sitting at about 20 metres. Alright. That'll probably be down there now. Make sure a fairly heavy drag is there so you're on straight away. They're only small, but you know, on soft plastics, these guys are absolutely top notch. You know, he's not bad. He measures out at 62 centimeters, so good fun when you feel the take though. Just pop him back. I'm going to take my guess and say that my mate in the background's on, Eric. He's brought a couple of his mates out on a boat today, and I can hear him yewing in the background on top of his lungs, so yeah, he's clearly got something. So there's a lot of rats about this morning, so you know, good fun on plastics and lighter gear, and you know, but we're all looking for that elusive, you know, 1 meter. So I don't think we'll find it. I think we'll be hard pressed. Anyway, we'll see. So as you guys can see, as soon as we apply that action, you know, that's what they love. You know, they just love that movement. You know, the look of a bait fish or something trying to get away from them. I can hear my friend off in the background still. Yoo! Now, it's important in offshore circumstances like this that, you know, because this area we're fishing is a really reefy area, you need to make sure you have a nice heavy braid and a super heavy leader. All right. Now, 80 pound, if you asked anyone fishing soft plastics, you know, and said, oh, using 80 pound leader would sound ludicrous. But, you know, you've got to be able to turn their heads straight away. You know, sometimes you're getting them on 7 meter, you know, 7 or 8 meter depths. Got off, and it might be. Oh no, no, he didn't. They're literally right at the boat. I could see about 5 or 6 just right up the surface. They're just sitting right now, sitting just right up in the top water. "60 centimeters, this one is. How many keepers? Alright, go. Alright, just while we're in a quiet patch, another good thing that I should mention is that you don't have to just use live bait the whole time. You can use soft plastics. You can mix it up. You can mix up your weights. You don't have to have a downrigger. A lot of people think, oh, you know, I'm not going to be able to get kings unless I have a downrigger. That's not true at all. I mean, you've seen this morning already, we've managed to get a ton of kings. Downriggers help. All the downrigger does is help you get your live bait down to where it needs to be pronto. Okay, and you can keep it down there. All right, but you know, you can use, like right here, I'm running a live bait out the back. This is a weighted live bait, all right, but it's a lightweight. Now the drift's pretty fast, so we're probably gonna bring him in a minute and stick a heavier weight on him so that he will actually sit down where I need him to be, all right, but it's not a necessity, okay? You don't have to have a downrigger to be able to get kings, all right? They help, and I mean, I'm personally getting 2, but you don't have to have them every time. Now this is the danger about having a live bait out and a soft plastic. I've got my soft plastic sitting there, and you know, while I was throwing it out, a king This one feels a bit better. This one might actually be legal. Whew, finally. Okay, so he's 70 centimeters. We've sized him up. You can just see there we've pinned him right in the corner of the mouth, which is exactly what we want to do. And yeah, it was just, you know, he's not that big, but he'll quite happily take quite a large size yakka. And he did. He didn't whack it straight away like a lot of them, the rats will do. But I just saw the bend in the rod sort of kick in, and I knew it must have been. It wasn't the bottom cut. I made sure I was well off the bottom. Anyway, we're gonna keep this one. He's legal, and I'd like to just have one or two for dinner. So these are probably, I've heard these are the best eating fish in the world. Just so you know. Mwah. I hope you enjoyed that, everybody. I know I had a lot of fun making it. I hope it was informative for you and you got a good idea of what you guys need to do to get onto those kings. So, just before we finish, let's have a quick review of all the gear. Now, because I knew a lot of those kings were probably going to be a fair bit smaller, I switched to a light rod. Now this is an in-between rod. It's a 3 to 5 kilo spinning rod. I've gone for a 2500 reel and it's spooled up with 40-pound braid, as I said earlier. Alright. Now we're using, this is a 1/2 ounce jig head, alright, this is a saltwater TT, alright, and I've used a just a little flick bait, alright. Colour wise, it doesn't really matter too much. The white, the green, you really want to just try and match the hatch, as they say. You want to try and match the colour up according to what it is the kings are taking. So green was working well for me out there, so I stuck to that colour. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode today. I hope it was informative for you. If you have any questions, anything at all, please feel free to post down below and I will return feedback as quick as possible. Now, as I've mentioned before, we are going to have some up and coming episodes on Raptor Charters boat. That's Matt Reed. Guy's very experienced. He's nicknamed King of Kings. So we want to see more great king action. We're going to go see it on his boat. So we're going to have about 4 opportunities, 4 separate episodes for people to come out. If you want to come out on his boat, and I do recommend it because it is a great opportunity, alright, you just put your name down, as some of you have done already, and we're going to head out in the new year, as he's booked out already. Pretty good going for a fairly new business. Anyway, stay tight. I'll see you guys soon.